Hiya, welcome back to our channel. This is Stacey from Learning as He Grows, and today I'm going to be doing a curriculum and book, arts, crafts, supplies haul. Okay, so first up is my planner. It's a Busy Bee planner and it's I got it from Amazon. It's a 2021 academic planner. And it's a data page. So this is an Oxford paperback dictionary and thesaurus. We do have children's versions of these, but they don't have all the words that we need. So I got this. This was on offer for like £6, I think, on Amazon. And so it's huge, but it's a dictionary and a thesaurus. For one of our curriculum books, we do actually need to have a proper one of these, so just picked that up. Another thing I wanted to show you with these, I bought these right at the beginning of lockdown and I've used them since, and they are invaluable to me. So I got Primary English Knowledge and Understanding, and I got, what's this one called? Mathematics Explained for Primary Teachers. So both of these are for all of the primary years. They were not cheap. They were around, I want to say they were around £20 each. I think I got them both on offer as well. So we got the Galore Park English, Maths and Science. The only thing I'll say with these is you get the English, Maths and Science books, like the textbooks, which are lovely and great, and I think they're quite interesting for the children as well, and they have lots of different exercises, and it seems to explain things really well, which I like. So it's going to be one of those where he can just pick it up and do it. But so these are about, I think I paid £17 each for the 3 books. Then you have to pay the £15 each for the answer books. So again, it's an investment. I will say I got this. I managed to get these on Amazon because you can buy them direct from Galore Park, but then you have to pay postage. Whereas because I have Prime, I didn't pay postage for these. This I managed to get on Amazon Prime. Again, I didn't pay postage, but it was $14.99, I think. I did manage to get the English answers on Kindle, and that made it about £10, I think. So I'm waiting to see if I can get the science one. If not, I'm gonna have to just get it as a PDF from Galore Park themselves. It's just a download, and again that's $14.99. So but I'm just waiting to see. I've been trying to checking every now and again to see if I can find it on Amazon, because I do prefer having the actual answer book, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah, I think these are really interesting. They support the national curriculum, but they also go a little bit more in depth for people who are looking to do the 11+. It's not something I'm that bothered about with Harrison, but can't hurt. So these, they have sort of little like activities and things to do. So and they come, I just think they're really well put together, but I think the proof is in the pudding, so we'll see with that. I'm not sure if they'll be any good, but I will let you know if they are. Another book that I got from Amazon again was a unofficial Minecraft STEM lab for kids. So Harrison loves Minecraft, and this has loads of different activities to do with Minecraft and without. Actually, it's got a few sort of real world activities, and they're all for STEM, so he'll love that. He's been champing at the bit to get this, so we'll probably start that this summer. I'll let you know how it goes on, probably on my Instagram page, and we'll see how he gets on with it. But it says family-friendly projects for exploring concepts in science, technology, engineering and math. This had great reviews on Amazon, so I really hope this is good. And this is the second book. We haven't got the first one, but this is the second book in the series. Another one we got, Harrison asked if he could have a textbook where he could read a bit of text and then answer questions on it. And I said, I already have that book. So I'd ordered this. This is in line with the national curriculum. It's called Brilliant Activities for Reading Comprehension Year 4, Engaging Stories and Activities to Develop Comprehension Skills. So has loads of different activities in it, so it starts off with, you get a piece of text for them to read, and then you get questions for them to answer, then some word work, which is what we'll be using the Dictionary of the Thesaurus for, and then some extension work here. So we'll be doing this one of the days, and there's all different kinds of text. There's like reports, I don't know if you can see that, reports and things like that. So I think he'll actually get on quite well with this, and there's plenty to be getting on with there. So I think he'll like that. I'm looking forward to that. We're sticking with CGP for handwriting and lots of other things. We got on really well with the CGP books this year. We used some for geography and history. I think it was geography and history, yeah, and handwriting this year. So this is just the year 4 one. I will need to get another one of these because he gets through them really quickly. So yeah, I'm sure I'll need to get a different kind, but for now I think he can start that as soon as we start with our English. Yeah, these are cheap as well. They're sort of, what was it, £3 or £4. It wasn't expensive, again, on Amazon. We're sticking with CGP for French this year. Excuse the glare from the light, it's a really dull day today. I mainly got this was £4.95 I think, and I mainly got it for the CD-ROM so that he can actually hear it rather than how I pronounce it, which isn't always the best. And again, these come with the answers as well, so that was a bargain as far as I'm concerned. So he'll just work through these. We also do some activities. He has an app called Duolingo, which he does most weeks. He'll spend a little bit of time on that, and we also use Twinkle just to pad those out because it's not a lot of work in that. And for history, we're covering the Romans for autumn 1 and 2. So I'm using CGP, and so these are about £5 each. So you get the study book. They're really nice. So you have these 2 pages, and then you have the corresponding pages in the activity book that you have to do activities on. I also buy the teacher book because that's got the answers in it, but these are £5 each. This is £10, but this has Stone Age to Celts, Romans in Britain, Anglo-Saxons and Vikings. So it's not as bad as it sounds. And these have, like I say, the answers, a bit of an introduction to it, and it also has some extra activities in there as well. And they give some quite good ideas. It's not sort of fully comprehensive, that's why I use textbooks and things, but it's nice to actually have some activities to do for it where I don't have to print things out. So we will be covering The Living Planet, but not autumn 1 or 2. But I bought these when we first started because I knew that Harrison would be really interested in it. But we'll be doing those, I think, in January time. For geography for autumn 1 and 2, we're covering volcanoes and earthquakes. Again, we're using CGP. I have actually got the teacher book, but I think it's upstairs. And again, really lovely books. It's not focusing, shocker. Really lovely books, and the activity books to go with it. So he'll just work his way through this and get as much of it done as we can. This will go, I wanted to do this for autumn 1 and 2 because we're covering Pompeii, and the Romans and things like that. So it'll all tie together hopefully. I'm trying to be more organised with that this term. We'll see how we get on with that. Okay, so moving on to some reading and textbooks. Harrison used to love Judith Kerr as like a little kid. He had all of the Mog books, and he had a Mog Teddy. In fact, he still has Mog Teddy, and she isn't going anywhere fast. And we read the Mog books hundreds of times together. So I thought it was time to move on up in the world, and we got the Judith Kerr When Hitler Stole Pink Rabbit book. I've wanted to read this for a really long time, so this will be one of our summer reads. He'll love that, I think. Again, Amazon. This is another Amazon. This was on offer as well. I think this was only about £5. This is the Julia Donaldson Poems to Perform. So part of his curriculum is to perform some poetry and some plays, I think, as well. So that's what he'll be doing this year, and we'll probably get him to do that on Zoom actually, because a lot of our family don't live near us. What I do like about this book is it actually in the back has some suggestions for performance, which is really helpful. Although a lot of these are sort of class based performances, so I might have to be a little bit creative with how we do that, and I'll probably have to join in. Dr. Dolittle, just because we've seen the films, haven't seen the newest film, but we've seen the who is it, Eddie Murphy films, but not actually read the book. So we got this version. I want to say this was actually eBay I got this one from. That'll be a summer read as well. This is our Autumn 2 read aloud book. It's Philip Pullman, The Firework Maker's Daughter. This comes really well recommended, but also I thought it would be really nice to tie in with that time of year. So for fireworks night and things, we'll be starting this book probably just before fireworks night, so it'll tie in nicely with that. I've got some sort of reference books here. So this one is Colin's Big Cat, focus, and it's Roman life in Britain. This Harrison can use on his own. It's got some nice pictures in and quite simple language, but yeah, he can use that on his own if I'm getting him to do some independent work, and that will be easy for him to understand. This is a book for him to read to me, which is Pompeii Buried Alive. I think it's slightly below his grade, but it was interesting, and it'll be easy for him to read. We'll read that in bed one night probably as one of his bedtime stories. And then we got this, which is the Collins Romans Fascinating Facts. This comes with an ebook as well, so I might have a look at that. But what I liked about this is it's got some quite realistic pictures in, sort of brings it to life a bit more. This one is more in depth in the information that it gives, so I thought that'd be a nice addition to our library anyway, and he'll like that. He likes it when it brings it to life a bit. This one here, Escape from Pompeii, is our our Autumn 1 read aloud book, and this has some really beautiful illustrations in. This is by Christina Ballett, and it's a story, I want to say it's a story about two young people who escape from Pompeii, as the title suggests. And it's again to tie in with our Roman theme and our volcanoes science theme, so I wanted it all to work together as much as possible. I think he'll really like that, especially with the pictures, and it's not a particularly long one, so we can pretty much just get on with the Philip Pullman book as well. For art, I've really struggled to find things for art. I've got him some Usborne art, like postcards where they've got a picture one side and then some information the other side. but I've really struggled to find sort of interesting art books until I found this, which came really well recommended in the reviews on Amazon. And it's a DK book. I really like DK books. I'm finding that these tend to be my go-to a lot of the time. So this is Art, a Children's Encyclopedia. The reviews were really great, and I have to say I agree with them. It's really informative, but it is clearly for children, where it doesn't go into too much depth, where it bores the life out of them. I think it keeps it interesting, but it has some, I mean, the amount of art it's got in here is incredible. So yeah, I think he's really gonna enjoy this. We're going to be studying Impressionism to start with next term, and it has loads of information about it. So yeah, I think that'll be really handy. And another thing that I found for art, which I found this before the DK book actually, is this. So it's Katie and the Impressionists, and there's a few of these. Does it say in here? Yeah, so she's got quite a few different, or say she, this is actually by James Mayhew, but Katie, in Scotland, Picture Show, London, Sunflowers, Impressionist, Dinosaurs, Water Lily Ponds, Starry Night, there's loads. So I got this just because it's about the Impressionists really, and it's a story about a little girl. I think she goes, I want to say she goes into the picture or in a gallery or something, but it has the most beautiful pictures in it. So I thought that would tie in really nicely and be a really nice addition to our library. Yeah, we'll move on to some more different books now. So going on to the next lot of books, we love the Who Is, Who Was, Where Is books. They range somewhere between £3 and £5, and we've got quite a few upstairs, so I've added to our collection. To start with, some of the first three are, the first three are just for the summer, just summer reads. We watched, I think it was on Disney Plus, we watched a documentary on Jane Goodall, so I bought a book, or Who Was book, or Who Is book on her. These are great. These keep his interest. These are kind of our bedtime books that we read at bedtime, and we read them together because we're both really interested in it. They are just about right for his age, although we have been reading these since, I think the first one we got was a Steve Irwin. Actually, one about Steve Irwin. This keeps not focusing, I do apologise. There we go. Yeah, so I think we first got him a Steve Irwin one a couple of years ago, and we've loved them since then. So we've got Jane Goodall, Harriet Tubman, again that's a summer read, and Where Are the Galapagos Islands? We're really into the Galapagos. We watched, again that comes from a documentary, we watched a documentary, I think it's like My Family, it's Monty Halls and his family, and it's when they go to the Galapagos, and there's a couple of series of it. I think it's Channel 4, and so I got him this because it's on our bucket list that we want to go there. What I like about the Where Are books, they come with a little map, a little pull-out map in the back, so he'll love that. For Autumn 1 I got Who Was Julius Caesar, to go with our Roman theme, and for Autumn 2 we're studying The Greatest Showman for music, so I got Who Was P.T. Barnum. Like I say, these will just be what we read at bedtime together. For some sort of personal development type, so a bit of PSHE I guess. I've noticed since the pandemic started, he's been a bit anxious, and he worries more about things that he wouldn't normally care about before. So to try and help him manage that, I got Don't Worry Be Happy, and that's by Poppy O'Neill. This is an activity book, so it's got some information in, and then it gives them little activities to do. So I am going to get him to just do one of these activities every morning as part of like we don't do a morning basket, but probably that kind of thing now. We'll just do a little morning basket and I'll get him to do an activity, and then we'll just listen to some chill music in the morning. And then this is Me and My Feelings by Vanessa Green Allen. This is a lovely book. This again is more, it's got a couple of activities in, but it's very wordy, so I'll probably read this to him because he'll get bored of that. Heroes and Sheroes. I don't know, actually, the glare from the light. I don't know why this is in here, because we got this about a year ago. It's probably because I put it with all the PSHE stuff. But this is such a lovely book. I got this on Amazon as well. And it's got poems in, if you can see that. And little bits of information. It's about sort of ordinary people and famous people. And it just has, like I say, it's a poem, and it has a little bit of information about people. I love it. And it's a little bit of geography, a little bit of history, a little bit of PSHE all together, and it's a really, really lovely book, and he loves this. So I think I might put that actually in with the morning book, and we could just read maybe one together in the morning. So morning book, morning basket. This is Let's Talk About Body Boundaries, Consent and Respect. We've already read this actually, because we read it as soon as it came in. This is a really lovely book about body boundaries, consent, respect. It's written in a very child-friendly way. Has some lovely illustrations, and it's also very inclusive. It's got lots of children who are disabled and people from all walks of life in it, and I love that. But it's very, like I say, child-friendly, easy to understand. It also has at the back some discussion questions for parents, caregivers and educators, and it's for every single page. I really like it. I really recommend it, and it's something that we'll read again and again. This is our favourite new book. So this is called A Boy Like You, and this wasn't particularly cheap. I think it was about £13 or something, not sure. But this is really lovely. Such a lovely book. And they do A Girl Like You too, I think. And it just talks about being kind and, you know, just being you. Like, you're allowed to be whoever you want to be, however you want to be. Not in like you can be a little turd if you want to, but this is like more like, you know, you can be a painter, you could be a footballer, you could be a artist, a poet, whatever it is you want to be, basically. Love that. He's already read it about 4 times and keeps asking to read it, so really rate that. So moving on to these, we'll start with this. So this is a lovely DK book, What Happened When in the World, and love it. I really like DK books. And it literally is as it says, what happened and when did it happen and where. So it's a bit of history, a bit of geography. Really, really good. Lots of information, but not too much, and it's done in a really child-friendly way. We used this a little bit for our ancient Greek unit study, and it was really helpful. Again, Amazon. Junior School Atlas. I don't really think that needs much talking about. It's got lots of different things in, which I like, about tourism and mountains, seas, rivers, climate change, volcanoes. So we'll be using it next term. This we've had for a little while as well. I got this on offer. Don't pay full price for these. They often come up on offer on Amazon. I think it was about a £5 that I paid for that. These are Harrison's new favourite sort of school books, if you like. They are these, Ocean Anatomy and Nature Anatomy, and they're both by Julia Rothman, and they are beautiful. I've seen it. I bought these. Instagram made me buy these, but I'm so glad because they are beautiful and they have so much information in. And you can probably tell he's already read these. He just keeps taking this into bed at night and secretly reading it. They are just gorgeous. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about these. We're going to use these for our nature studies next term, because for science we'll be using this quite a lot. But to be honest, he's just reading it just for fun anyway. But yeah, they do. She has also got I want to say farm anatomy, food anatomy, probably something else, but I can't remember. Love those. And then Big Daddy-O, this Animalium. This is big picture books. These are Welcome to the Museum books, and they are incredible. They are just beautiful. And again, Instagram made me buy it, but thank goodness, I'd never even heard of these. And it is literally like visiting a museum but in a book. Love it. So yeah, they're just works of art, but they also have lots of information in that Harrison is finding really interesting. He loves it. I also got the activity book to go with this, just for the summer, just to have some activities for the summer. So they've got loads of different activities. And what I really like is that it's all on one page, so they talk a little bit about the emperor. For example, this one here is about the emperor penguin. On the back it just talks about the emperor penguin, so you can just take it out. They're not double-sided like some. What I will say is, in the reviews to this, for this one, it said that you need the big book. I disagree. I think this could be a standalone book if you want it to be. There are things like label the parts of the fish, which it has got information about in the book, but you could just find that out online. Like, add animals to the coastal habitat. Again, I feel like you could just look that up. So I don't think you actually need the big book for that, but it's lovely to have, and I wouldn't not recommend the book because it is beautiful and I'm kind of in love with them. So we'll start with these. So I got, when I went in, they had these washable paints. They're like poster paint, I guess, ready mix paint. These are the 600ml bottles, and they were about £1.30 something each. So that was a bargain, and they didn't have great colours of that, so I only got those. They did online have a really lovely mix of colours, or selection of colours, that were like this, but a bigger selection and like all the different kinds of shades. They didn't have it in store, so I got these two. So I've got that one, which is Llama Drama paints, and that one, which is Sloth or something, Sleepy Sloth paints. So they're fine. They're colours that he'll use for now, and then I can just, when they have the others in stock, I'll go and grab those. This I actually got on Amazon. It's the Craft It Mosaic Foam Stickers. There's 2,000 pieces. I got these for, they're all different colours in there. I got these for when we do our Roman unit study. He can do some like mosaic art and things like that. These, well, can't remember how much they were, but I'll try and link them because they're from Amazon. I got him Suncatcher, which is a little shark one. They were, I think, £1.33 or something. They were going really cheap. This I actually picked up just before lockdown. We went to our local museum, and this is Roman Life. It's a rub down transfer forum scene. I haven't seen these since I was a kid, and I picked it up knowing that I was planning on doing Romans at some point this year. And it's where you have the scene, and then you have these, and you put it on, and then you use like a blunt pencil or something to rub it off, and it transfers on like a little tattoo. And yeah, I haven't seen these in ages. So it was £2.99 from my local museum. Got some little popper wallets for £1 in B&M. These are great if you're doing like a little project or something and you've run out of time. They're great to just shove the bits of project in and keep it all together. A4 coloured card, £1.99. That'll go in this art cart. A sketch pad, again from B&M, £1.99. This is actually really nice paper in it. There's fewer sheets than we normally get for the one from Amazon, but it's much nicer. So I actually recommend these. He goes through these really quickly. Tracing paper, £2 from B&M. This was actually called for in his, what book was it? His maths book. He needs this for maths for next year. A4 paper, £1 in B&M. I got a few of those, but that's my last remaining one that I had to hide in order to save it for next term. Scratch art. I got this. Oh, this light is driving me nuts. There we go. Scratch art from Melissa and Doug. It's a sea life one. You can tell there's a theme going on here. You get 2 of the rainbow colour sheets and 2 of the shiny ones, and you get the stencils and the little, it's like a toothpick but a giant one. There are only 4 sheets in here and it wasn't particularly cheap, but he loves it, so it's worth it, and it gives me at least enough time to drink a cup of tea while it's still hot. So yeah, it's worth it for that. That's just for this summer. I did buy, so I bought this for £2.99. This is like the really light air dry clay, and it's got loads of different colours and it has a mixing chart on the back. I just got this for if we do any projects or just for fun. Like, I don't care if he uses it this summer. Like, that's the kind of thing where he'll just go straight to that. He loves that kind of thing. When I went to Hobbycraft, knowing I'd bought that, I grabbed this thinking it was plain, which is the same kind of thing but just the Hobbycraft version. It's not plain. When I got home I realised it was neon pink, so I think I'm going to grab a couple more of these, but just plain ones, because they are good for like making Roman vases and things like that as part of projects. I got some blue tack. I think that's about 89p in B&M. These are only £2 and he uses the super tips all the time. I do normally get him the big expensive, like, I don't know, 50 in a pack, but this I just got as a top up because it's got all the colours that tend to run out the quickest in it. I got these ages ago. He has already opened them because he wanted to use them, but I made him wait until I filmed this. These are the, I don't never know how to say that, Stedler? The Norris coloured crayons. They're People of the World crayons. Some Pritt Stick. I think these are about £2 in B&M. We always need that. These I got on Amazon. I think it was 10 for £2.50 or something. So some dividers. I use files to store his work until the end of the year, when I will put it all in a box, put it in the loft and then start again. So that's what we'll do. I've got these canvas pad. So it's £3 in B&M and it's 8 sheets of actual canvas that he can paint on. And I think I might get him to keep it in here and then it'll be like a nice little display. And then from Hobbycraft, I think this was on offer. I think it's about £6.50 or something. This is 3D card craft. It's a shark head that you make out of cardboard to wear. He'll love this. They do loads of different designs. I think it's quite a good gift as well, actually, thinking about it. That'd be quite good as part of a birthday present or something. But I just got that for the summer. He'll love that. And last but not least, this was £3 something, £3.22 or something. Little easel. I couldn't think of what the word was then. And I got a couple of canvas panels. They're like the thin ones. to go in it. This will hold his sketchbook as well because I checked. And I also got him, which I haven't got here, some really big box canvases, which I bought 2 because either he couldn't just use both, or sometimes he likes me to do it with him, so I thought that would give him the option with his new paints and things. I know it was a really long one. I appreciate you if you stuck around till now. If you have any questions, just pop them in the comments below and I'll try my best to answer them. Like I said, apart from B&M and maybe the Hobbycraft stuff, I'm not sure about Hobbycraft, but I will try and link everything below if I can. If not, just let me know and I'll see if I can find out for you prices and things like that. I am aware that this is a lot of stuff, and it's not a lot of this is like for summer and things, a lot of the arts and crafts. None of it is 100% necessary. You don't have to buy all this stuff for home education, but because we plan to do it for at least the next year, I thought some of these things would be really lovely to have. And even if he does end up going back to school at any point, none of this will be wasted. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it was inspirational a little bit. If you want me to do a flick through of anything, just let me know, and I can do that. I am planning on we've also got a Mel Science kit that we've been saving, and want to do an unboxing with Harry for that, so that will be coming up. And also I bought a cart, it's like an IKEA Raskog. It's not, I got it online, but it's like an IKEA Raskog, and I'll be turning that into an art cart for him. So I might do a little video on that, or a little Instagram post, something like that. So keep an eye out for that. I'll pop our Instagram somewhere. I don't know if I can do cards and things. If I can, I'll do that. If not, I'll put it in the description box below. That's it. Let me know what you think. Thank you. Bye.